The original email.
Mhm.
All right, let me go ahead and share. And if you're good, I can start, or I can wait another minute. Up to you.
Let's maybe wait 2 minutes if you don't mind.
Not at all.
That would be great. We did send out a reminder email. It never fails. I'll probably get a couple texts here in a minute going, my link doesn't work.
Yeah.
How that goes. I can't get in.
Yeah.
I see some of y'all. Hey, Tabby. Hey, Michelle. Donna, you have 3 people in your box with you. I wonder why. Maybe you're muted, but they all keep coming into the same box. Weird. Hey, Larry. Hey, Tony. Hey, Jen. Hey, Cindy. Rhett, hi. I don't think I've met you. You're the one unfamiliar face name.
All
right, we're in the conference room trying to figure this out.
Oh, I gotcha.
Our personal PCs.
Vicky's on here somewhere. Hey, Vicky, I don't see you, but I see your name. Y'all, this is being recorded, so hopefully we will be able to get that sent out after this is over and uploaded into Level Up and hopefully the YouTube channel. Sometimes that works for me, sometimes it doesn't. All right, Jessica.
Go ahead.
Let's go ahead.
All right. Sounds good. Let me go ahead and share then.
Hey, Jane.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Jessica, and I'm here from Testimonial Tree. I'm going to be giving you guys just a dashboard training, kind of highlighting some tools, tips that you guys might hopefully find helpful that you can take advantage of. And of course, who we are and what we do in case some of you are maybe brand new. So for those of you brand new, this is a service that helps to collect testimonials from your clients. It is a service that has an automated piece as well as an additional piece that you can manually even send out from your own dashboard. So we are sending out what we call a survey request to your client, and we are doing that after a transaction closes within SkySlope. So when a transaction has like the file itself is marked as closed or sold, within about 24 hours, Testimonial Tree will automatically send out an email to your client, and we would be able to request that they complete a survey on your behalf. Now, that survey is going to provide an opportunity to collect a star rating on your behalf. So your clients are going to put in, either a 1, a 2, or a 3, but hopefully more like 4 and 5 stars. But you may have noticed if they did click a 1, a 2, or a 3, we typically will refer to that then as internal feedback. So that means that when your client submits that survey, whatever your client then provides in now what we call your feedback box is going to remain in your dashboard. We still want you to be aware of that information. Maybe something didn't go as planned during the closing. So if your client provides that feedback, maybe you have an opportunity to reach out to them, see if you can kind of maybe even turn that 1, 2, 3 star back into a 4 or 5 star. But your 4 and your 5 stars are ones that we view now as that great testimonial. So we want to help you get these great testimonials displayed in a couple of places. So again, our kind of mission here is to help you collect these. So that's why we're sending these out on your behalf automatically. And then once we're collecting them, we want to get that written testimonial from your client to display in a couple of different places so that you can use that testimonial for, a great way to grow your business. We also collect what's called an NPS score. So that's on a scale of 0 to 10. How likely are they to recommend your services to a friend or colleague? So when they complete that survey, it gets recorded right in your dashboard. As we can see here today, I am logged in as Audrey. You should also be receiving an email anytime a client completes a survey so that you are aware you have a new one. And then you can come into your account and you can review what was actually written right here in the dashboards. We'll always display your testimonials on the right-hand side. And then we'll give you just that star rating from that survey on the left-hand side. You can click in to view that test or that survey, That'll just kind of give you some information in terms of your client, their email address, when it was received, the testimonial that was a part of that survey. It's kind of like a report page, nothing too fancy, but if you ever needed to print that out, you could also use our print button right from here. But when it's in Testimonial Tree, we want to give you some other tips and tools on how you could use this to continue to share it and again, grow your business. But first, let me talk about where this will go without you having to do anything. So if it was a 4 or 5-star review, this testimonial is able to display on your Moxie website. So if you guys are using your Moxie website and you want to make sure that this testimonial is displayed on your Moxie site, we can do that. Now, I say you don't have to do anything, but I should say there is a one-time kind of setup, and you may already even have this turned on, but in Moxie, you can make sure to have your testimonial tree page added. And so, Michelle, you maybe can help a little bit here. I'm not sure if agents are maybe adding that page themselves or if it's something that's already there for them.
Yes. So agents, I'm sorry. You want me to go ahead and speak to that?
Please, I would love it. Yes, please.
Okay. So yes. So for those of you who do have your Moxie website up and running, it's literally a simple click of a button to add your testimonial tree page. If you do not have that set up yet, you can either get with me or your front desk lady. They all know how to do that as well. So if you don't have that connected to your Moxie website yet, reach out to one of us, and it takes about 2 seconds.
Awesome. And once it's there, like I said, every time you collect then a 4 or 5-star review, it will display on your website. And it's just, again, a great place to get that, recognition for these great testimonials that you're collecting. These testimonials also go to what we refer to as an online directory page. I forgot to open this. Let me go ahead and open this for Audrey. So you have a link to that right here in your navigation bar on the left-hand side. This is a public-facing website, so each and every agent gets one of these. And this is going to have your headshot, your contact information, and then any 4 or 5-star reviews that you have collected, we will publish to this page. And this is helpful because Google is going to crawl this page, and this is going to help boost your SEO. Right, so it's just another online site that has your star ratings and these reviews. So as people are going online and searching for you, this page will actually come up in search. So without you, again, having to do anything, that's already there for you. And all of your 4 and 5-star reviews automatically get published to that page. Another place where we can have these syndicate, there is a one-time connection, kind of like that one-time setup of just making sure you have a testimonial tree page turned on in Moxie. You can also connect testimonial tree with realtor.com. So if you have a realtor.com profile and you want to connect it with this testimonial tree account, again, all of your 4 and 5-star reviews will actually syndicate over to realtor.com. So the one-time connection for that, if we look at our question mark in the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to open up kind of our help center. We got our knowledge base here, and you can see there's a search bar. So if you click in that search bar and you type realtor.com, the very first article here is connect realtor.com profile. You can follow, there's about 4 steps. You log in, right? You're already logged into Testimonial Tree, and you open up your account page, and you're going to copy a unique ID number. You log into your realtor.com account, and from your profile page, you'll see a section that says profile recommendations, and there's Testimonial Tree, and you paste in that ID number and save, and now it's a set it and forget it. These 2 platforms are now talking to each other on a daily basis, and all of your 4 and 5-star reviews that get collected will then automatically get displayed onto realtor.com. And we do have a video in this help article if you'd like to watch it. It's less than 2 minutes. That also walks you through. You'll see someone actually log into realtor.com and paste in that ID. Yep.
This is Tony in Jackson.
Hi.
You went a little bit too fast. Can you go back to where you said you go to the bottom, you check the question mark, and then
in the search box, type realtor, I can spell it correctly, realtor.com. And that first article will pop up. We'll click on it. And then it's got the steps that you can follow. You can, I'm not sure if you see this blue arrow with a square around it.
Yes.
If you click on that, it's going to open the help article in a new tab. That might be easier to follow rather than keep it in this window. You can open it up in a whole new tab. And from there, you can kind of follow the steps. So that might be a little bit easier to watch, especially if you're going to watch that video. It might be nicer to have that right here versus in that dashboard.
Okay.
Now, if anyone takes those steps today or right now even, please give about 24 hours before you start to see all of your 4 and 5-star reviews in Testimonial Tree up here in realtor.com. After that, it should be pretty quickly, right after that initial 24 hours. Anytime you get a new testimonial, you should start to see them pretty fast, right, appearing in realtor.com. But that initial connection may take about 24 hours.
Jessica, is it pretty much instantaneous with Moxie when they get that going?
Yes,
Or is that
that
also
should
a lag
be
time?
that one. Nope, that one should be pretty instantaneous. And I would like to point out too, actually, if I go back down to the help center again, so the question mark in the bottom left-hand corner. If you actually type in Moxie, now this would be for anyone who, let's say, wants to actually add that testimonial tree page themselves. I know, Michelle, you mentioned they can get some help too in office. But if you are comfortable maybe and you've been in Moxie and you want to try just adding it yourself, we do actually link a Moxie Works article right here. So I think option A, this is the widget code. That's how we're connecting for you guys. And then this blue link here says support Moxie Works. And this is actually an article within Moxie. So you could also probably look this up if you're in Moxie, look up Testimonial Tree. This will show you how to connect. I shouldn't even say connect. You're just adding a page. That's it. I think I even have the article open right here. Yep, I do. So you're just adding new, and then you just select Testimonial Tree page. It's that simple. So when you're in this page builder or the agent website admin tool, you just go to sites, add new, Testimonial Tree page. And once you, I think you do have to like publish it though, right, Michelle? Once you publish it, so long as you have testimonials, thank you. If you have testimonials in your account, that should be instantaneous. They should be up on your site as soon as it's actually published and live. And then going forward too, as you collect new reviews or new testimonials, those are pretty instantaneous as well. You should see those pretty quickly appearing on the website. Now, let's say that you have testimonials and there, maybe it's even connected already. We've got it on maybe a Moxie's site, and you've already connected realtor.com, but you don't know what else you can do with Testimonial Tree. There's two things I want to really kind of highlight today. And one of them is how you can take a testimonial and you can actually convert it into an image, and you can use that to share out onto social media. So you can share from a couple different pages right on your dashboard. If you just click on this testimonial itself, it's going to open up to a page that'll give you some tools. And one of those tools we're going to highlight is, of course, creating an image. So you'll see underneath your actions over here, we have these two green buttons on creating images. So that's one way. You log into Testimonial Tree, right from your dashboard, you see your testimonials. If there's one there that you love, click on it and you'll come here, and then you can click either create image or create image in our beta tool. The other place where you can access this would be in the navigation bar. So you can always go to testimonials and manage testimonials. When you go this route, we'll show you all of the testimonials that exist in your account. So if you have 10 or 20 and you want to kind of search through all of them to decide which one you want to make into a social post, this might be a better page to open up. You scroll down and you'll see the testimonials in your account. If we wanted to take this one here and convert it into an image, just like we looked at that actions section on the right-hand side a minute ago, again, we've got an actions button here. And from here, you can actually just launch that image beta right from this dropdown. Now, this is a newer feature. This was launched a couple of months ago. We've always had the ability to create images of testimonials, but we recently launched this beta version that has more settings that you can choose from, more templates that you can create, and just a little bit better layout, I think, for sharing among all of the different platforms. So this takes that written testimonial that you've received from your client. It pulls in your headshot. We are getting, I think we have just about everyone's headshots in the account right now, but I will actually show you where you could change that out if you wanted to. But first, let's go to section 2 here. And if you click on templates, you'll see that Testimonial Tree gives you 9 different templates to choose from. So you don't necessarily have to have the same looking image of a testimonial that you're always creating and sharing. You can create different ones. The first 4 pull in your agent headshot, but the next 5 will use either a stock photo, or even this last one down here doesn't even have a photo. It's just going to have a dark background. But you can come in and select one of these styles that you like. Next, like I mentioned, you maybe want to change that image. If you did for some reason, you could click on profile photo. You can upload a different image here. Maybe you have an image of you and the client at a closing, in front of that for sale sign, or maybe it's just a different headshot that you have that you want to use. You can go ahead and select that from whatever is on your computer or device. If you want to change the colors of your stars, you can come in and click. I can't recall your guys' exact blue, but if you know it, it's something in here. Let's just say it's that. You'll just pick a blue and then go ahead. You can, a lot of people use gold too. They just like to come in and change that to a gold color. So up to you guys on your star color that you want to use. You do have an option to change the font color and the font style as well. So if you wanted to use a different color with your fonts, you can do that. So again, you've got more options to change here than we used to have. But once you have this in the style that you really like and you're excited about, and you want to now get this out and seen in as many places as possible, you're going to click download image. Now this is an image saved to your computer. So your, possibilities of sharing this are endless. You can use this for print marketing. You can use this to put together a recently sold postcard. You can use this now to share onto social media. Are you guys on Instagram? Are you using Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn? Any one of these. It's as simple then as going to a Facebook page, and now you're just selecting your photo, and you can just drag and drop that photo in. When you share on social media, I typically recommend tagging a client if you're friends with them. So if you have that relationship on a social media site, tagging them is a great idea because it now gets viewed and shared not only by that client, but now the client's circle of friends. And so there's a great way for you to possibly get referrals. So tag them, thank them, congratulate them, put the personal touch in there, but then go ahead and post that image out onto social media. You can come into something I've suggested a couple times. Facebook, I know for sure on your business account, if you do have a Facebook business account, they provide a built-in calendar that you can use to share. So the nice thing is you could go to Testimonial Tree. Let's say you have 4 testimonials that you convert into images. You can download all of those at one time, go to your Facebook business account, and then use that scheduler to schedule out those posts. And then you've got, you take one 30-minute block to create content for the month, and then it's sharing those out once a week, and you're done. So something to keep in mind. If you guys aren't taking advantage of that, I think you can certainly do that, utilizing both Testimonial Tree and Facebook business. Now from the Manage Testimonials page, some other actions. Testimonial marketing is actually going to also give you that button to create images, but it's also a place where you could choose to unpublish a testimonial. And I like to point that out because there may be a case where you get a 4 or a 5-star review, and as you're reviewing that testimonial, perhaps you don't want to share it. Maybe your client put something personal in there. Maybe they put their cell phone number in and say, give me a call. It was so great working with you. But you don't want their cell phone number now to appear on the website and on realtor.com. So you aren't going to be able, to edit that testimonial, but you can certainly take it down. And so that's what I refer to when I'm saying, you can go to this marketing page. So again, we are on Testimonials and Manage. We found the testimonial. We clicked that actions box or drop down, and selected testimonial marketing. And over on the right-hand side here, you can see check marks. It's checked off right now to be on Audrey's directory page. And it's also on these widgets, which are what go to the website. So if for some reason you did not want this testimonial to display, you would uncheck these boxes and then click this either publish or unpublish button. And now it has been just taken down. It's still in Testimonial Tree. It's still here for you to review, but it's no longer publicly being shared. Something else too, if you ever do come across one of those testimonials, where it's a glowing review, but again, maybe your client just put that cell phone number in there or something personal that, maybe doesn't need to be shared out to the public. I think you would be able to reach out to Michelle or even support at Testimonial Tree. And we could, just remove that cell phone number, because if it's still a great testimonial and you still want to be able to share that and use that for marketing, we understand, we maybe don't want to be sharing out your client's, personal information, obviously. So we could always remove that, and then it could get shared again. You could just come back here and choose all the places you would like to have it shared by clicking the check marks and then that publish, unpublish.
Jessica, I have a question that speaks to that. Are we able to remove the client's last name?
We do have a setting that I don't think is turned on for the account, but I can go back and confirm this for you. It is something that would get set at that admin level. And what it does is it doesn't remove it, but when it gets shared out through our widgets, to the directory page, I believe also with realtor.com, is it would actually take off all everything but the last initial. Am I saying that right? So it would read as Lenora G. So we wouldn't
Yes.
actually have the whole last name display. We would just have that first initial. So I can confirm if it's not being used, I can make sure it's turned on.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. I don't know if any of the agents have any feedback on that, but I just can think of one, you know, for privacy issues, but two, and I know you'll get into this in terms of when we've got testimonials that are not necessarily real estate related. You know, if you wanted to, like, say your mom got on there and posted for you, you know, if you've got the same last name, you know, I'm just thinking, okay, well, we might want to remove that if possible.
Got it. Yeah. So yeah, let me touch upon something there too that you said. So again, what we can do for sure is make sure that we have an anonymous setting turned on. And then anytime we're collecting reviews through the survey, and on this manage testimonials page, you can see under the column source, we do have this icon here. And this is going to indicate how that testimonial came into the dashboard. And if you hover on top of it, it's going to say what this is. And this is a survey. So since the survey is automated, we are pulling the client's name exactly how it is in SkySlope. So typically we're not able to change the name because it's already been recorded through SkySlope, and then it gets sent to Testimonial Tree. But if there is a case where they're using the manual collect, which is probably going to be the next place I go over to, is another, you know, nice feature in Testimonial Tree is agents can send out a request, maybe to past clients, and, you know, it could even be family. You know, maybe, you know, agents have helped people within their family, you know, purchase and or sell property, and they want to reach out and get a testimonial from them. When you use our manual collect feature, you'll actually be able to input that client's name as you're sending it out. So like, let's say we clicked here where it says collect testimonial. Again, this is a way agents can reach out to past clients. It could also be maybe there were multiple parties that you worked with within the transaction through SkySlope, but we only sent that survey to one actual client. But there were other, again, you know, parties involved, and you want to get a testimonial from someone also involved on that transaction. This could also be a great way to reach out to people you work closely with within title insurance, mortgage brokers, home inspectors. When you go to send this request, let's say we're choosing to send it as an email. Again, you're going to input that client name. So you could choose to put Grace A, or just Grace. You know, you can just choose how we're going to address your client. Or maybe, again, maybe it's not a client, maybe it's somebody you just work closely with. So however you want to input their name here is how it's going to be sent out and then collected back in Testimonial Tree. So this, again, is a great feature. You know, it's an additional piece that you guys can use whenever you want. You just need to input a name, an email address, and then we're sending this request. We give you a screenshot here, exactly what your client is receiving. And when they click in to complete that survey, it's going to look like this. Actually, I said survey, it's testimonial, excuse me. Survey, again, is the automated piece that's always going through SkySlope. This is your manual request. This is that additional piece that you can choose to send out whenever you would like. Again, great way to reach out to past clients. And this is going to just have our star rating and then that testimonial box. Someone did want to upload an image. Again, maybe it's of a closing, the house they purchased, something like that. They do have an option to upload an image if they wanted to. And then they're going to, again, put in their, actually, the name will be there. This is saying a name needs to be added because I just opened up the link without actually sending the request, right? So if this had been an emailed request to a client, we're going to have the name. But since I just opened up the link myself, it would say we need to have a name, and then they're going to click submit. Now, this testimonial page, this is actually, again, something you can send either as an email or a text message. And you could also actually take that link, which is what I had just clicked on as well to open it up on that window. This can actually also get copied, and this can get put into your email signature. And we suggest doing this because it's a great way to kind of, collect a testimonial without maybe necessarily asking for one. So if it's just in your email signature, it's always there to be collected. It's always following our star rating though. So if anyone were to leave that 1, 2, or 3-star rating, we're keeping that internal feedback only, but it's always there for potential clients, past clients, whomever you work with, right, to leave that great testimonial if it's in your email signature. You could also have a link to your directory page. Again, that's kind of where we're displaying all those testimonials. Great, that's that public facing page I mentioned earlier. And it's just a humble brag of all the hard work that you guys have put in. So if you want to show off your testimonials, you could also have a link in your email signature that says, click here to view my testimonials. And you could actually put both. We do know agents that like to use both of these in their email signature. So something to think about. Next in testimonials, if we go back over here to the navigation bar, we can see if we click on the drop down, we have a manage, which is where we were earlier to share. We're on collect now. And we do also have a manual add feature. And that manual add feature is a great way to add a testimonial if you ever get someone who maybe emails you directly. And I make mention of this because I do have a case where an agent called me up and said that the lawyer who represented their mutual client emailed the agent afterwards letting her know what a great job she did. And so the agent called me and said, it's this amazing review. I really want to get it into Testimonial Tree, so it's on my website, but I don't know how to. And I said, well, this is a case where you can take advantage of this manual add testimonial. Copy the review out of the email that was sent to you. You just need to then input the name of whomever sent you that testimonial, and then you're going to save. So this is also good, like I mentioned earlier, if you're new and you've maybe been collecting testimonials previously with a different brokerage and you wanted to copy those over, you can also manually add in these testimonials. Now, another piece, it's another kind of feature tip for Testimonial Tree is what we refer to as review generation. Review generation is a way where we are actually redirecting your guys' happy clients to Google Business so that we're helping to collect reviews onto Google as well. This is great for you and for the brokerage because Google's a great place, right, to collect reviews. And we know that lots of clients are actually going to Google to view, look up. And so we are helping that process as surveys are collected, as 4- and 5-star reviews are collected. We actually are redirecting those clients to a Google Business page, and they're able to copy and paste the reviews there. One more quick place I'm going to take you guys, and then if anyone has questions, we can go ahead and go over those. But the last one here is reports. So if we click on our reports tab, and if we open up survey requests sent, this is a great page to come to if you ever want to confirm that a survey was sent out. So again, those are automated. Surveys are always automated. So if you had a closing and you want to make sure that your client received that survey, if you click on reports and survey requests sent, you will see a running list of all the surveys that have been sent on your behalf. So you can see your client's name, their contact information, the date and time it was sent, and then the captured column says if it's been completed. So this was a completed survey. We do send out reminders. We do want to make sure that we capture that review for you. So Testimonial Tree will not only send out that initial request, but we do have some follow-up reminders as well. Of course, at any point in time that the client completes that survey, if it's in the middle of that reminder cycle, we will no longer send them reminders. And then the other great page, if you are a data person and you like to see some statistics on surveys sent, surveys completed, things like that, we do have a survey dashboard. So you can run a report based off of a date range. So if we said, let's say year to date, and we click apply filter, we'll just give you back some highlighted information in terms of how many surveys were sent, how many were received, what your completion rate is, your NPS score, and your average star rating. And then I am going to actually go back to the help center because I do want to let you know that not only was there that help article for realtor.com and that Moxie one, there's also articles here on collecting. So if we go to, or maybe it's just collect, here we go. How to collect a testimonial via text or via email. Even how to add that collection link to your Gmail, right? We'll show you the steps that you need to take again to find that link, copy it. And then we do have videos. So most of our help articles do have videos attached at the end. So just a good place to come, excuse me, and search if you have any questions. And excuse me one second, I've got a tickle in my throat. Any questions, let me know. Get a sip of water. Any questions?
No, I have some, but y'all go for me. All right, well, I'll go. We get a quiet bunch sometimes, Jessica. All right, so we as agents don't get notified, correct, when requests from SkySlope go out. Is that right?
That is correct. So we don't have a notification at the time a survey is sent, rather when a survey is received. But that's why I think I was saying it's a nice place to go would be the reports and survey requests sent. Because we don't necessarily have an email that goes out, you can't always kind of confirm it went out if you know that closing has come up.
Okay, gotcha.
Excuse me.
And back on SkySlope, if let's say it's a husband and wife are your clients and both of their emails are in SkySlope, do they both get survey requests?
With SkySlope, they do. So I know some of our integrations with some of our transaction management softwares do not. But I think it is, I want to say it is limited to 2 though. So if you maybe had a party of 4, which probably does not happen that often, I don't believe we send it to all 4. But for the 2, yes, we would.
Okay. So you could have an opportunity to get 2 separate reviews out of one transaction.
Yes, but I think that we do need to make sure that the clients are entered right as separate clients. Does that make sense? Like I know sometimes I might see a situation where someone puts 2 email addresses in one field. And I don't know if SkySlope particularly lets you do that, but I know some other ones do. And when that happens, we are not able to process it.
Yeah. No, the way it works is you have to set up the client. Like I set up Michelle Jenkins with my email address, and then I'd set up Todd Jenkins with his email address. So yeah, they are set up separately, or they should be. Okay. Donna was asking how we log into Testimonial Tree. That was going to be my next question is, do you have like an easy button where you can resend your welcome email? Because I know we still have some agents who just have never logged in or they missed the first email. Would that be too difficult?
So we have a resend email, and I can show you how to send that, Michelle, as an admin. Agents, well, but let me show you 2 things. So 1, you can do that. And then 2, let me open up another page here. If you just go to Testimonial Tree, our website itself, hold on, I got to leave Facebook here. It's asking me why I leave. Yes, I do. Website. Let me share this tab. There we go. So if you come just to testimonialtree.com, you can go to our login button in the upper right-hand corner, and you can use this forgot username password. When you click here, we just need your email. So you don't need to put in a username. Don't worry about that. Put in your email address. And so that email address, Michelle, I think was originally, are they all the same email addresses that we got from, I just want to confirm this. from when we were on back at you? Is it all everyone's CB Barnes email address? I may need to confirm with you everyone's email address.
Yeah, that's one issue that we've run into is some people had older emails connected to their testimonial tree that we were having trouble finding people. And usually it's because it's a different email address than they're using now. But I also know that Robin told me earlier that she can resend the email as well. So you don't even have to show me. She's happy to do that.
Okay. And I can, if you want after this though, I can certainly give you a printout of everyone's name and email address. So you do have that. You can have a quick spreadsheet if you want. That might be helpful. And you and I can work too and just making sure that everyone's updated emails are connected. But keep in mind, this is kind of important too. Whatever email address we have in Testimonial Tree should be what you guys are using in SkySlope, because we use that as a unique identifier to send that survey on your behalf. But yeah, I'm going to make a quick note. I'm going to send you that spreadsheet. And if there are any updates we need to make, we certainly can.
Okay, that's great. Donna said she found hers. That's what I was going to say. I know mine is the same email that I use to log into SkySlope. So that would make sense.
Okay.
Okay, and then can you go back to the review generation section? Donna's saying that it won't let her sign in. She's got her email address. Is that where she needs to do the forgot password and put in her email address? Is that the easiest thing to do, Jessica?
Yes. If you are having a hard time logging, please try putting in yet your email address, and then we would send you, if that is the correct email address, we would then send you a new temporary password. And once you get that email, there should be a link then to get back to the login page. It will say username/email. You can just use your email. You don't need to worry about that username. That's just kind of an internal username that we have. And then put in that temporary password and you should be able to get in. If for some reason you can't, here's this, I think was what happens. If you put in an email address that's not what we have for you, and it's not even a registered email, let's say with Testimonial Tree, you'll get, I think, a message that says that email is not found. And if that's the case, please feel free to email support@Testimonial Tree. And you can just say, I'm with, CB Barnes. I'm trying to get reset my email. I'm not quite sure what my email address is. And we'll work with you and help to get that connected.
Okay, cool. And Donna just said that worked, putting in her.
Oh, good. Okay.
So that's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So on this, couple of questions here on the connecting to Google. I think you mentioned that the client will have an opportunity to post a review on there as well. But what happens if they just are like, no, I'm doing the first one and I'm not taking that next step to go to Google? Are we able to add that ourselves or no? Onto Google.
That's a great question. So Google itself will not allow anyone, whether that's me or you or anyone else, right, to post a review on behalf of someone else. Okay. So what happens is when your client is redirected to Google, it's going to look like this. And you can see I'm logged in, right? We see my name here and my headshot. That's because I'm on a Chrome website, right, a tab, and I'm logged into Google, excuse me. So I can go ahead and post if I wanted to right now because I have an account on Google. So when your client is redirected here, they are given an opportunity to copy their testimonial, so they don't necessarily have to type it twice. They'll be able to just kind of paste it in this section. They would need to leave the star rating and then they post. Okay. So if a case happens where someone is redirected and then they could fall off, whether that's because they don't have Google, maybe there's a time constraint, they just didn't have an opportunity to post here. Again, you would not be able to, nor would Testimonial Tree be able to take that testimonial in your dashboard and post it on their behalf onto Google because, again, we can't, impersonate that client.
Right. Okay.
Now,
that makes sense.
I do want to point this out. This is something I've seen more of, and I do think that there's a benefit to this. So I just wanted to point this out as well. When I was showing you earlier that you can take the testimonials and create an image and post that onto, like, let's say Facebook, you can also, which I don't see you guys have them on here. So I'm gonna actually go to Testimonial Tree and show you this. You can put posts or they call them updates onto a Google page. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. So let me show you. So this is our Testimonial Tree Google page. You can see I've got all my admin buttons here because I help to manage this page. So if you yourself have a Google business page, you can make what's called an update, and you add an update. And when you add an update, what it is it's not a review, but it is images that you're posting. So we've even used our own templates here. We take the testimonials that we receive from our clients, and we are sharing them. We're making these updates onto our Google business page. And we have done some research on this, and Google itself does suggest making at least 10 kind of updates, edits, posts to a Google business page. So whether that's a review you're getting, whether those are photos you're updating, or whether there are these updates that you're making. I see agents put images, of upcoming open houses, or recently sold properties, and now use Testimonial Tree, right? Take these reviews, create these images, and make these updates or these posts. And making at least 10 of these a month, that's going to really, again, help to boost your SEO. When someone goes and searches for you guys, you are going to be pushed to the top of that search. So just a little something that you could, if you're not taking advantage of, certainly something you could start to do.
Yeah, that's great. I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't think a lot. Just this week, I've mentioned it to maybe 3 or 4 different brokerages, and they've all said that they did not know that they could do that, and they're very excited about it. So when I went to a conference, I don't know, 3 months ago, there was one on Google, and they were talking all about this, and all the agents are getting really excited about it. So it's being talked about, and people are starting to kind of pick up the momentum on this. So again, as agents, I highly suggest, have those reviews collected, come in, make these images, and then get them shared out onto your Google posts, at least if you can't get the review directly.
Yeah, that's great. All right, y'all, what else? Anybody?
Is there any way that a team leader can see everyone's on the team reviews and star ratings?
Yes, actually. So if we have a team set up and there isn't currently a member assigned as a manager, we can do that. So that might be something, Michelle, you or Robin can do, or again, support a testimonial tree could do that. We would assign you, just like you could be a manager of an office location, someone can be assigned as the manager of a team. And the benefit, again, is you come in, you can review the collected feedback for the individual agents. And you could, if you wanted to, use that sharing. So you could create those images. You could share them to a team Facebook business page, or you can share them maybe to a team, Google page. But yep, you can certainly do that. So just let us know, and we'll make sure to get you added.
Okay.
Will we see all of them, or just the 4 and 5 star?
You would see all of them.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes
Tabby,
it's like a marketing assistant. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Jessica. Tabby, I was just going to tell you,
Nope.
shoot Robin an email on that in
Okay.
terms of getting you set up. Sorry, Jessica.
No. I was just saying that I often see kind of like a marketing assistants assigned as maybe like a team manager, because they're the ones kind of helping to share out, the collected feedback. So if that's something you guys teams have, that might be a good use for them.
And then just out of curiosity, I know we've got a couple of other brokers of different offices on here. Are the brokers able to, same thing, basically just like an agent dashboard, but are we also able to see all of our requests that have been sent out on behalf of our agents?
Good question. So as a broker for one of the locations, if you are, especially if you're an active broker, or maybe also receiving collected feedback, when you log in, you should be seeing not only your own, but everyone that you manage.
Okay.
Testimonial manage page, as well as the report survey dashboard page, you'll have that opportunity to filter. So you could use the filters to, filter by a specific person or a specific location. And then in terms of seeing what went out, I believe, like, let's say we go to that survey request sent page, that you would actually only see your own. You wouldn't necessarily see, at least on this page, you wouldn't see all of your agents' requests. I'll confirm that. But you could on the dashboard, or survey dashboard, going back to the reporting page, like if you said what happened last month, or wait, let's go year to date because she's only had one. If you said, but let's say it was last month, as a manager, you would under the requests see everything for everyone. So this would be a section I think managers might find very helpful, because they can see everything that's gone out for that entire office location. They would even see all of they'd actually get a user leaderboard. So if there's anyone here who wants to kind of just see how all their agents are doing over a specific period of time. I didn't really point this out for specific agents because it's really just yourself. But for managers, I didn't know there were some on here. Yeah, you guys may like this because this user section here, again, it's a leaderboard. You can adjust it based off of the total amount of surveys sent, or the completion rate, or the NPS, or the star rating. And you can export that out and then have it as a CSV file. If you manage more than one office location, you can even stack your locations and get a leaderboard based off office locations.
Okay. Yeah, that would be curious to know, because I am one of the brokers, and I know that we have gotten very few testimonials for my office since we've had this set up, and I need to be able to access and see, like, okay, why are people not filling them out? We need to do a better job of making sure people know they're getting them, but it's been very little compared to the number of closings we've had. So that would be helpful.
We'll have to do an audit then. That would be, I'm going to make a quick note to just do an audit, and I'll follow up with you on that for sure.
Yeah, that would be great. And I haven't asked the other brokers, so I don't know if that's just a me thing or not. But anyway, just curious about that.
Okay.
Donna is also asking if, for whatever reason, a client's email address is wrong. Obviously, they're not going to be getting their request then. So is there a way we can edit the client's email?
Once, two things that could happen here. So reports, survey request sent page, we again give a status. I don't know if I pointed that one out before. That status will either say sent, failed, or maybe blocked. So there's a couple of different kind of just general, email deliverable terms here that you would see. So if you ever see one that says rejected or blocked, I usually say, let's go back and see, was everything entered correctly? So within SkySlope, if the transaction closed, let's say on a Monday, the request went out on Tuesday, and either that broker or manager or agent logged in and they, came to the survey request sent page and they saw that it did not successfully go out, they could then go into SkySlope and update that email address. Now we will continue to see this one transaction for a week from the date that it closed. So the closing date of that transaction, it kind of stays as a possible survey to send out for up to a week. Once it's successfully sent, it does then go into a filter, right? So that we block that email address, so we never send duplicates to any of your clients. But if it failed, it wouldn't actually get, kind of added into that list. So if you have time, if you catch it within that week, if it's updated in SkySlope, we will be able to then automatically send it out. If it's been more than a week, if it's been 2 weeks, let's say, client then just realizes, goes in to find out what happened, did they ever get it? they come here and they see it did not get sent, at that point, it would need to get manually sent out. So that would either be, again, either I think Robin, who can send that out from the dashboard, because agents cannot send out surveys. So we could have Robin maybe send that out. Or if it's a, kind of depends on your guys's, I guess, processes, but it might be something that maybe the agent then wants to just use that collect testimonial for. And then they could come here and they could send it out themselves as either an email or text message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like that would be just as easy, if not quicker.
Yeah. But again, if it's within a week, right, just update it in SkySlope and we'll be able to send out that survey. And if not, then then I would suggest collect testimonial and then have the agent send that out either as an email or text message.
And the surveys only go out the request only goes out one time during that week.
Yes. Yep. So it's one time during that week. Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Anybody else? I think this has been super helpful. So I really appreciate you doing it again for us, Jessica.
Of course. Of course. Happy to. And I'll make sure to get the recording over to you. And if you have any trouble again accessing it, just let me know, please.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you guys for
All right,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
All right. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.